Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the currency game. I'm gonna go right into the charts. We're gonna go over Ethereum because that is the trade I'm in right now, and I want to show you how I got in the trade, where the trade is at now, and there's one other tool I want to show you guys that I use on my charts for it's a forecast tool. So, and then we'll go over Bitcoin, XRP, XLM, and maybe Solana. All right. So first, Ethereum. To maybe the hourly is. All right. So the first thing I want to go over is the tool. So if you can notice this, I don't know if you noticed this light blue looking pattern. So basically what I did was I use this tool sometimes when we are trending and we're developing a pattern as we're trending, and see if it continues with that pattern, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the price point we're going to hit, but if that you can use that previous pattern and copy it and see if it continues on that pattern. So, but what you do is go down here to your drawing, the little pencil icon, and then you go down to where it says forecasting and measurement, and then you're going to go to bars pattern. So I have to do it again. So what I did was I took I think I did this one down here. Yeah. So I took the pattern down here, and then from down here all the way over, right? So I'm gonna go back to the forecast. Where is it? Right there. And then I want to catch this area right here. So I'm gonna just start right here and then go all the way to here, which is, I didn't pick the right one. All right, man. Okay. I want to pick on the forecasting bars pattern. Okay. I want to start from this area all the way up over to this point right here. So to this point right here. All right. So I can make it, I got it light colored blue because I didn't want it, but normally it comes in a little darker color blue. So you saw that I picked it up, right? And the only thing I'm doing is putting it over this. And it's not going to exactly match, but it's going to kind of give you an idea of how things probably will flow. Doesn't mean, it's not a guarantee that this is the way it will flow, but I usually put it on the chart so to see if it's going to flow in the same kind of pattern. And then that kind of gives me a look. The tool really is giving me patience to say, hey, it's just, maybe it's still not finished the trend and the pattern. Let it play itself out. But I'll keep my alerts. Like right now I got my alert on 100, like this area right here, and I need to move it, but right above this 100% level. So right at the, I think it's, no, that's the, yeah, this level right here. and this level right here. I got it in between these two levels right here. Let's say it hit this level, comes to this level, but it's still within here. Even if it comes out of this parallel trend, then I want to make sure it doesn't, like, I'll let it come out, let it come down, wait for it to bounce, see if it's holding a support, because that's where you can get sold out before it has finished. And the reason why I'm willing to wait that is because we have not reached back up to, let me take one of these off. All right, we have not reached the all-time high, but we're very close to it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna like come out just because it does this. Let it do its thing. If it wants to bounce around on a support, a higher support than down here. Now once it's bouncing around and it start trying to come out of that support, then yes, then that will be my signal to say I'm gonna go ahead and come out and see if I can find a lower spot to get back in, if that is feasible. So I am trying to see first if it's gonna hit this 5,000, and then see if it's going to continue up to here to the 668.43. Is it going to hit all-time high and then start coming out? Then I probably will let it bounce and then put a stop order up under wherever it keeps bouncing at, a little bit up under that area. Or I might just go ahead and come out at 5,000 if it's not moving too fast. Now, if it's moving fast when it hits 5,000 and it's kind of like going past this mark up here, like it shoots past here, I'm not coming out. But I might go ahead and come out at 5,000, set a limit order at 5,000, and then see is it still bouncing around. And if it is still bouncing around, then I'm gonna let it see if it try to do a little liquidation. Let me see between here. So like, let's say it tries to come out. See, that's 32%. So that's why I'm like, I'm a little hesitant about coming out, because that could be a potential another 32% gain between the 100% of all time to the next level of 127. So I might just hold out. But we're going to just see how it like flows. All right, so that's Ethereum. And so first price target is around 5,000. See if it can surpass all-time high of 4,800. And then next is see if it can make its way up to like 6,800. All right, so let's go to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is at 120 right now. It's in this major resistance. It hit this top. Now it's hitting the bottom of this parallel. So it might, so it's like it's trying to, let's see if it's gonna come out of there. So I'm gonna move my alert. I thought I had an alert on here. Bitcoin. All right, so I'll move it to above this last peak to see if it's going higher, which is at 122, 415, or I'll do 416. All right. If I do Bitcoin for long term, but if I was trading Bitcoin, I would have like looked at this area for entry, this area for exit, or I would have just stayed in and see if it's, like if this high right here is going to go below here. If as long as they don't go below here, then it could have a chance probably or it could go below here but bounce off of this 50% area and then come back out. I wouldn't, me personally, I wouldn't come out until I knew, especially with Bitcoin, I wouldn't come out, but I might start trading Bitcoin and might start trading it with, might start trading it with margin, like on a different account, and maybe on a different platform. I might test it with just a little bit of money, like starting out with maybe $100 or something like that, and then see what can I do with it. And it'll be like a play account. That sounds bad, or sounds wrong, but when I say play account, like it's not my main account. It's just to see what can I do, because I usually don't trade with margin. Just what can I do with margin with something like Bitcoin. I don't think I would do anything else with margin but Bitcoin. And the reason why is because I know overall Bitcoin is an asset that for the most part is it has its ups and downs, like retracement areas, but for the whole chart is primarily always going up. So I would use margin on a higher time frame for Bitcoin, like the 4-hour chart. And basically when it has a breakout from a trend, then that's when I would look at entering and like from there. All right, so that's Bitcoin. We want to see if it's going to break out of here, or is it still doing this, right? Like I want to see it hit this. Is it going to try to hit this bottom parallel that's going up right here? Or is it trying to come out? And I already said, like, if it comes out, my next target is 130 to 138. All right, XRP. And I haven't really updated this chart. All right, so I always do my little minor pips. I'll take the extension off, and I would think it is going to bounce off of this 50 and go back up to here. Doesn't mean it will, but I'm thinking it's going to like bounce and then just go right up here. So this is also how I use the bars. Okay, so this is a good area to use it. And go here, go to forecasting, then go to bar pattern, and I want to take this section and invert it and see if it's going to repeat it over here. So I want to go from here to here, to like midway. All right, and then I'm going to go into the settings, and you see, I'm gonna click, yeah, mirror, and then see if it's not really matching it. But that's something that it could possibly do, and I would just see. So let me see something else. So if I was doing like little small trades off of XRP, I would have gotten in right here. I would get out at 100%, let it come back down, and maybe try to get back in again and put like really closely watch it, because I know I'm in resistance area, but it found us some support right here, and then catch that little small trade and see if it's gonna come out of there, right? That's how I would handle XRP. All right, so if it were to come out like, so all-time high is around 366. So next level would be around 4414, and make sure that is, yeah. Yeah. So next level is this 127, and then it's 589. But first I want to see, can it bypass this 414? Then if it can bypass that, then I would set a target at between around 530 to 580. All right, let's go back to ETH because an alert went off. All right, so I can move this alert. To 48, 39. All right, and I'm gonna keep this alert where it's at down here. And then let's go to XLM. I probably need to do some updates on this. And go from this peak to down here below to this bottom. Right, so I'm thinking it's probably trying to make its way back up to at least 100%. See what type of bounce you have after it hits the 100% level. If I was in a trade with XLM, I would come out at 100%, see if it's going to try to bounce down to here area, on this bottom, it could go against you. So you do whatever you feel comfortable with. But I probably need to update my parallels on here. Here we go. So yeah, that would be my next, would be at what, 52%? I mean, not 52, 52 cents for XLM. Like, if I'm not in this trade, but let's say if I was in this trade, with 17% gain, not bad. Depends on how long it takes to get there. Depends on how much money you also have in your trading account. So 17% on $1,000, $170, you really didn't do any work for. But like, type in a number on a limit order, look at, draw a couple lines on the chart. That probably took me it took me seconds to draw that parallel channel and seconds to draw a little fib and put an alert. So I'll say 5 minutes worth of work, and another minute for every time an alert goes off. That's it. I think that's a good deal. Let's say you had $10,000 in that account. 17% will be $1,700 for that same 5 minute work. So I don't even call it work, but activity, or whatever you want to call it, work or whatever. So I have an alert on this ray right here, so I'm gonna just put it right above the 100% level and see if we're gonna bypass it. I believe we are, but let's just see. Or we're gonna hit it. It's gonna be a rejection area and come back, bounce, find some type of support somewhere, and I think it's gonna make its way out. So, and now let's just look at Solana. Solana's been doing this little thing. Let me update. What do I not need? I don't need this. I don't need this. All right. So, and I need to update my fib. So it's going to be from this peak is 100% to this bottom, last bottom right here. Right. And I will just have an alert. I'm not in this trade again. I just want to look at the chart, see what Solana's doing, because this is letting me know that it's probably a lot of action happening over there on Solana memes, coins. But I'm not into that. But if you are, it's probably a lot of activity happening over there. A lot of money being made over there. I'm pretty sure. I'm more a conservative trader, so I have tried the meme coins. I don't like the it moves way too fast. But you can make some really good money if you're willing to be glued to your screen and like make some really fast money. So, but that is why I also keep up with Solana. I also keep up Solana for Solana versus ETH, and for that other reason as well. So that would do it for today. I just want to go over the charts, see where we are and where my targets are. Are we still in line to hitting our targets? And that will do it. Thanks. Bye bye.